Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a truly fascinating 60-second medical visualization. It takes a totally mundane, everyday action and uses ultra-realistic animation to show us the hidden biology behind it. So let's see what a journey straight through the human body actually looks like.
Okay, let's dive right into this. What really happens after a pregnant woman takes a bite of an apple? This visualization sets out to answer that exact question, and it does it by making the invisible inner workings of the body spectacularly visible in high definition.
Starting us off is Section 1, the first bite, setting the scene in high definition. So the core technique at play here is called transparent anatomy. The whole thing opens on this macroscopic shot of a pregnant woman biting into a fresh, bright red apple. She's just situated against a calm, soft hospital background with this beautiful cinematic lighting. But then, almost immediately, the smooth camera begins to zoom directly inside her body. And because it's using staggering 8K resolution, which by the way is so incredibly detailed it's literally reshaping how medical professionals study human anatomy, the visualization literally peels back the layers. We get a stunningly clear view of her internal organs. You see the brain, the lungs, the heart, the liver, and of course, the uterus. It's an amazing educational tool that captures photorealistic skin while somehow allowing us to see right through it.
Once that first bite of the apple is taken, the camera smoothly follows its physical movement. We go on this continuous, flowing descent. It starts right in the mouth, travels straight down the esophagus, and lands right into the stomach before progressing toward the intestines and ultimately the bloodstream. And here's a really cool detail. The creators deliberately designed this in a vertical 9:16 aspect ratio. Sure, it's perfect for viewing on our smartphones, but it also perfectly mimics the literal vertical drop down the digestive tract. It makes the whole biological process feel incredibly immersive.
Which brings us to Section 2, digestion and nutrient extraction, unlocking the payload.
Now, the really crucial point is what happens next once we hit the stomach phase. The apple is digested, obviously, but instead of showing a boring or honestly kind of gross mechanical breakdown, the fresh fruit transforms into glowing nutrients that are released directly into the bloodstream. It's such a brilliant educational trick. It turns an entirely invisible internal process of digestion into this visually striking release of absorbable energy, basically illuminating the space inside the body. And just look at this payload. It's not just generic food breaking down. The mother's body is immediately extracting specific vital components from that bright red apple. We actually see glowing fiber, vitamin C, antioxidants, and potassium actively pouring into the bloodstream. You aren't just seeing digestion here, you are seeing the literal unlocking of life-sustaining fuel, all rendered as distinct glowing elements.
Moving right along to Section 3, the golden nutrient pathway, the transit system.
The source material uses a really evocative phrase for this, describing it as a glowing golden nutrient pathway. Just picture that aesthetic for a second. Those extracted elements, the fiber, the vitamin C, the antioxidants, the potassium, they don't just sit there. They merge to form this vibrant golden river. We watch as these nutrients travel and pulse directly through the mother's heart, weaving their way rapidly through her blood vessels. It is a stunning visual metaphor showing exactly how the cardiovascular system acts as this incredibly efficient transit system for nutrition. It's just fascinating how this entire continuous journey is engineered to unfold seamlessly within a beautifully rendered 60-second window, completely free of any distracting text, too. The first 10 seconds establish the macroscopic scene and that critical first bite. Then, the next 20 seconds guide us through the intricate digestion and the unlocking of those glowing nutrients. After that, we get a 20-second ride along that golden nutrient pathway right through the heart and blood vessels. And that leaves the final 10 seconds dedicated to the ultimate destination, nourishing the fetus and zooming back out. Honestly, it's a masterclass in pacing for medical education.
And that leads us to our finale in Section 4, nourishing the fetus, the destination, and resolution.
Following the mother's blood vessels, that glowing golden pathway reaches its essential destination. The visualization meticulously tracks the nutrients as they travel specifically through the placenta. From there, they make the vital crossing directly into the umbilical cord to a healthy fetus. Seeing this precise anatomical transfer point visualized so clearly removes so much of the mystery of pregnancy, right? It shows exactly how a mother's nourishment sustains a growing life inside the womb. And this brilliantly illustrates the duality of the entire 60-second experience. On one hand, deep inside the uterus, we have this incredible microscopic marvel, the healthy fetus receiving these golden nutrients, its own little heart glowing and gently moving in response.
But then, almost immediately, the smooth camera pulls back. It zooms all the way out to our macroscopic reality, returning to the smiling pregnant mother, standing calmly against that soft hospital background, just simply holding that bright red apple. It so elegantly bridges the massive gap between a profound internal biological process and a completely everyday external action. Which leaves us with a final, provocative question to ponder. How often do we really consider the cinematic complexity hidden beneath our own skin every single time we eat? By breaking down a simple bite of an apple through advanced medical visualization, we get a rare glimpse into the vital transit systems operating within us right this very second. Thanks for joining me on this explainer today. Keep your curiosity alive, and never stop wondering about the amazing science happening just beneath the surface.